Hey guys, welcome back to Bowes Fan TV. And today we're going to be doing a match reaction to Sligo Rovers nil, Bohemians 1. So I'm joined by Aaron today. How are you?
Well, good with that result anyway.
Yeah, it was good to see the team back winning games. So what were your overall thoughts on the game?
Totally probably deserved the 3 points, but it was a scrappy enough game. Sligo, they weren't they weren't that bad, but we weren't that good either. But the goal was just a piece of magic from Devoy and a good volley from Andre Roy anyway. So
Yeah, it was a scrappy game. We we had we had a good chance. I think early on, Devoy brought around one of their defenders and he hit it straight at McGinty. And then we had one clear off the line, which is actually very good clearance from McFadden. But I think Sligo looked quite threatening on the counter. They they had a few chances, but they didn't really have any clear cut chances. We probably had a very good defensive shape. We didn't let them get past us, and that's just the way Keith Long sets up for most games anyway.
yeah, it was good to see Talbot back in goal anyway. He kind of marshalled the defence as well, which gave them confidence. And with another clean sheet, you can't really complain.
Yeah, we were out with Stephen McGuinness because he went for a test for the coronavirus, but I think that's come back negative now, thankfully. But um, we've kept the clean sheet now, so maybe Talbot can start coming in and playing more games, possibly.
Yeah, don't know. It's still 50-50 between them. Like, they're both brilliant keepers, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
you
It
don't
depends
really,
on who key picks for that particular game, but don't
yeah,
really.
you don't mind which one plays really because they're all going to do a good job. So I think the second half, Sligo looked probably a bit more better than us. They kept the ball and created a few chances, but they had one. I think they had a header which Talbot saved. I think it was gone wide, but he just wanted to make sure of it. And they had another one as well, which Talbot saved comfortably. But as you said, there was just that moment of magic at the end from the void, and it was a good goal from Andre Roy. I think that gave him confidence now because he hadn't scored in a few games there. So hopefully he'll start scoring more goals now.
Yeah,
Um, uh, we didn't make any substitutions throughout the game, which I thought was strange because some of the players were starting to get a little tired towards the end. I thought players like Devoy weren't really getting involved, like players like Twardek as well. Danny Grant was a bit quiet. Um, I think maybe the reason why Keith Long doesn't really make many substitutions is because he's confident in the team that's out there playing.
yeah. Well, they were trying to just shut up shop anyway, but yeah, it would have been decent to see a few subs on anyway, just to keep the rotation and the legs kind of not running them off. But the win's a win, so you can't really be complaining.
Yeah, I think it was good having Rob Cornwall back in because I think maybe the defense was missing that type of player over the past couple of matches where we lost. Um, so I think about the substitutions, maybe the reasons why we looked a bit lethargic against Rovers and Waterford was because maybe they were a bit tired because I think there was a good 4 or 5 games where we put out the same side and we didn't really make any subs. We made maybe one or two a match, but we never really used all five. So
Yeah,
that's maybe why the, maybe the form started to get a little bit shaky. But we're back to winning ways now. That would give the team confidence to push on. We're now only 5 points off Rovers. Can you see us maybe making a late push for the title?
uh, I can't really see it because I can see Rovers going and beating really, but they're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
draw a few games and we can't really be losing or even dropping any more points if we really want to push for that title anyway.
no, because we've got how many games left? There's only I don't really know the exact amount, but
Six or
there's not
5 or 6, I think.
yeah, there's not many games left. they're all quite winnable. And obviously have to play Dundalk at Oriel Park, but the rest of them are winnable. So it's it'll be interesting to see the last few games because you know Rovers played AC Milan the other night, and maybe they put so much effort into that they could drop a few points like we did uh, after Europe. But it's it'll be interesting to see. But I think, as you said, Rovers will probably be favourites to go unbeaten. It could happen because they don't have a lot of tough games left. But we'll just have to wait and see. So who was your man of the match for the game?
I thought Andre White was my man of the match. He held the ball up really well and capped it off with a brilliant goal, which should do his confidence more than good anyway.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there because there wasn't many standout players. No one really played really well. I just think you'd have to give it to Andrew Roy for getting the winning goal. I thought Rob Cornwall came in and done really well. He made a few good tackles, and maybe that was what we're missing. Having Cornwall and Casey at the back, who were really solid before Cornwall got injured. But yeah, we have Derry next in the league. Derry at home, which will be it's a winnable game because Derry aren't the side they were last season. They haven't been great this season. But again, there's no easy games in the league. There's not long to go now. Why not just push, try and get, try and win the league, even though it's unlikely. There's still a chance that Rovers could drop points because it's very unpredictable in the league. Rovers could go and lose 3 games in a row now, but it's just so unpredictable, and it's getting really tight now.
Yeah, as you say, we're just kind of waiting for him to slip up a little bit.
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll be feeling the pressure, because they know, well, if they win tonight, they're 8 points clear with about 5 games to go. So they only have to win about 3 games to win the league, I think, something like that.
yeah. I think if they win the next few games, they're champions. I think they'll be if they keep winning, they'll be champions with 1 or 2 games left. I think so. Will it'll be interesting to see because we saw that from Rovers last season where they were ahead for quite a bit, but then kind of slipped up towards maybe the middle part of the season. But obviously, it's a shorter season. But maybe if the season was as per usual, the amount of games that we would have in a normal season, it'd be a bit more closer between us and Rovers.
Yeah, because
So
if the season was 2 games at home, 2 games away, and last year I think they were 14 points clear around this time of the fixtures being played, and then they went on to lose the league by, was it 10 points to Dundalk?
yeah, I think so.
So anything could happen, but it's looking unlikely every week that passes anyway.
Yeah, and after the game, it was the FAI Cup quarter final draw. We drew at home to Dundalk. What do you think of that?
I think they're there for the taking anyway, but
Yeah,
it could be a distraction because obviously we want to win the cup, but we want to push for the league as well.
but I think it's going to be played after the league is finished. I think it's going to be in November. The game will be played in November, as far as I'm aware. So I think we can
But then it
leave.
won't really affect the league. But yeah,
Yeah,
we probably got one of the toughest draws anyway. I think Rovers got Finn Harps away.
yeah.
What was the other 2 games? Shells got Athlone,
Athlone. Mm.
and then
Sligo got Derry, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, that's probably got one of the toughest draws. But what can you do? We bet them at home
yeah,
in the league, so we can do it again if we want to.
yeah. They're under a new manager now, and they've been doing well under him. So it'll be hard because last season we got to the semi final and lost the Rovers. We'll be looking to try and win the cup now, like because we were unlucky over the past couple of years, particularly I think it was the 2018 season where we should have probably beaten Cork in that semi final.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
But if we do get past Dundalk, there's only really one team left that we're kind of fear, which is Rovers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next video.